AI isn't here to replace what you do or even to make what you do easy. It's here to be a collaborative partner that makes what you do easier. And there's a big difference between the proverbial easy button and the easier process that I at least believe AI comes in. How do you feel about that? Again, you talked just mentioned it very briefly that, AI as a collaborative partner as opposed to AI as a replacement.
I think it's foundational. I really, really do, because the majority of people who are experimenting with AI now, of which the most are, one of the things I do in my keynotes, Jonathan, is ask everybody to put their hand up if they're using or have used ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or one of these tools, right? And a couple of years ago, literally no hands in the room would go up. Now, every hand in the room almost goes up to say that they're using this tech.
Yes.
And then at the same time, when I ask the question and I say, keep your hand up if you've got your custom instructions set, almost all of the hands go down because the contextual information is missing from how they're using this tool. And that really is the anchor to the question, the answer to the question. So the simplest way, and the way most people are leveraging AI right now, is to say, give me an email, write me this, create this for me, do this for me, and like sit back, watch the results, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The intelligent way to use AI is exactly as you just described in that question, is to use it as I call it a co-intelligence. So how can we leverage this tool as a thinking partner? So this is linked to the within and without element, right? So how can we think better? How can this technology make us better human beings in the first place, right? And that doesn't happen by saying, oh, make me a diet plan, write me an email, create a copy for my sales page. That starts by saying, well, look, how am I thinking about this problem? Help me to see it from different perspectives, from different angles. And then when we start down that path, man, this is a level of AI use that I don't see generally across the board. I don't know about you, Jonathan. How about you?
Really the same type of thing that you're mentioning, Colin. Again, I think it's natural. Most of us start with that theory of, okay, let me ask it to write a memo. Let me ask it to help me write an email. And like you said, it's kind of like, well, I'll hand this off and see what happens. I'll hand this off and see what happens. What I'm kind of surprised at is how few people seem to then take that next step. It's almost like they're so impressed that email that I need to respond to, I can get help with, that they just go, oh, that's it. They don't think any further about it. Like you mentioned, they don't ever look at custom instructions. They don't even take the moment to figure, and I'm not trying to be difficult, but they just don't think about it. They don't go, how can I train this AI so it better understands me? Now in ChatGPT, as you mentioned, we've got custom instructions. We don't have that in some of the other models, but even there, it's so easy to have a prompt snippet or something like that I maintain that when I'm using Gemini or I'm using Claude or even some of the Chinese models, to be able to tell it, here's who I am, so that then it can really begin becoming almost like a coworker that understands me and that works with me. So the next time when I need something done, I don't have to explain my business after I get a rotten response. I don't have to remind it what my name is after I get the wrong response or a blank insert name here. So I think I'm a little surprised that more people haven't taken that. It seems to me it's just a mental step that some people just haven't embraced yet. I don't know. That's what I see happening in the marketplace. But I do think it's so critically important, because doing those little things like the custom instructions and that turns that AI into just a generic tool that gives us generic responses into something now that really begins to understand what we do.